Welcome and/or welcome back. Let's take a quick look at our last meeting, the kickoff. Here's the agenda for this evening. First, we'll do a quick overview of last week's meeting. Then we'll do an introduction of this week's topics, customer segmentation. That's what is the problem that the business solves? Who are the customers in need of this problem being solved? And then value propositions. Who else is or could easily be solving this problem for each customer segment? And how is our solution different and better than theirs? I'll go over the ground rules. We'll describe and discuss customer segmentation and provide some examples. Then we'll provide you with a handout of customer segmentation checklist and allow 10 minutes for you to identify customer segments and generate questions. There's no requirement to share your information. A list of influencers who have agreed to connect with you for input, if you like, will be provided at the end of the meeting. We'll address any questions you have both live, in chat, and if you're reviewing the recording. Bill will give an overview of how to leverage the Strive On app to promote your business and provide a way to get one-on-one support as needed. Next, we'll describe and discuss the value proposition creation tool and share some examples. We'll provide another handout and allow 10 minutes to get familiar with it and generate questions. We'll answer questions as we did with the customer segmentation. I'll describe the Go Deeper drawing and how to win a $50 gift certificate, and then we'll wrap up for the evening. CUC Rebuild is an economic community revitalization program for Project Impact. Its focus is to identify business solutions that stimulate growth in neighborhood businesses and generate viable, sustainable plans to support those businesses and connect them to resources, help them launch, if not already existing, and grow. At the heart of the program is a business plan competition. Competition provides the connecting component to draw the participants together, provide a common purpose and activity, and a rewarding outcome. The stages are design, connect, collaborate, compete, award, celebrate, evaluate, and then repeat. So let's start with an overview of what we covered in the kickoff. I gave an overview of the competition and how to run. This is how the invite looked. We went over the description of the program and the goals. Designed to encourage collaboration and strong support small neighborhood-focused businesses, focused on the CUC mission of improving access to resources, information, capital, and opportunity for our members. Designed to build relationships that are used to strengthen plans and optimize performance. Process that works to assist the small businesses from underrepresented groups. The team working with us has done this successfully in other communities around the country. Customized for the specific needs of the community, designed to encourage intentional collaboration, give a voice to the community. We noted that the updates can be found at the Project Impact website, www.projectimpactsouthbend.org. A link from the home page will take you directly to the competition CUC Rebuild page. If you go there today, you'll see the recording from the last meeting and a link and download for today's agenda. If you scroll down the page, there's a description of how things work. If you enter your information under your status, that is, if you are a developer hoping to rent your space, a business owner considering submitting a plan for the competition, or a mentor coach looking to help small businesses, we can target specific information and messages to you. Also note, you can be any of the above. That is, you can be a landlord and still enter a plan. You can be a coach and still enter the plan. The only caveat is that if you're entering a plan into the competition, you cannot be one of the judges selecting a winner. If you click on the link for the agenda, this is the page that will pop up. And if you click on the agenda, download, it'll download to your computer. We talked about the way the plans will be judged. And I emphasized the biggest way to win is to get community support. We describe briefly the Strive On app being used to connect with the community. And after we go over the first topic, we'll talk about how we can help you tell your business story on the app. We reviewed the dates with the plan to award the prize on October 10th, and I described how we plan to structure these meetings. We told you we were using the business model canvas as the discovery tool to help organize and think about the content you'll want to include in your plan, and noted that it's just the tool that we use at the center. And you and your coaches may have other tools that you use and recommend, and we're cool with that. The goal is just to discuss how to create the most useful tool to help you grow your business and provide a structure for how the plans are going to be judged. I noted we recommended the structure I used when I was with SCORE. We recommended the topics executive summary, company description, products and services, marketing analysis, strategy and implementation, organization and management team, financial plan and projections. But you can use the structure you feel best tells your story. I touched base on the Go Deeper drawing that'll happen each week, in which you'll tell us that you applied some of the plans and we put your name into a hat to win a $50 gift certificate. Again, you don't have to provide any information. It's on the honor system. You keep your confidential information confidential. And we went over some of the FAQs that we've gotten up to this point. They included, do I have to be a startup? The answer is no. I'm in construction and don't need an office to rent. What do I win? Well, in that case, you may win storage space. Between projects, you may need some place to be able to store the supplies that you're going to be using for your next project. This will cover that. Another question, I have a coach. Do I have to work with Project Impact? The answer is no. You can work with Project Impact. You can work with your coach. You can work with both of us. We don't care. Next question. I already have a plan. Do I have to create a new one for this contest? The answer is no. You can use the plan that you already have. We just recommend that you listen to or pay attention to some of the things that we're suggesting in terms of how to improve plans, and perhaps it'll be something that'll enhance your opportunities and even help you grow your business more effectively. Another question. I'm not a minority. Can I still participate and honestly hope to win? The answer is absolutely yes. This contest is open to everyone. Do I have to attend all the meetings? The answer is no. You can attend some, you can attend none, you can attend all of them. Another question, can I use ways other than your app to build up community support? The answer is absolutely yes. The key, though, is that in order for us to score what the community says, we are going to be counting the votes from the app. So we encourage you to encourage people to download the app and vote for your business. Another question, how will the plans be judged? We described that a little bit earlier, but you can look at the website and you can see the very specific things in terms of how the points are going to be rated throughout the judging. And if I decide not to submit a plan for judging, can I keep participating? The answer is absolutely yes. You can participate as much or as little as you want. This is wide open for anyone to be able to collect information. The real goal is for us to be able to connect those members who want to be able to get access to resources, information, capital, opportunities to those people in the community that have those resources and can help them. So that's the overview. The nice thing about the recording is you can pause and review, jot questions you want to bring up at the next meeting next week, or you can send us an email or give me or one of the team a call to be able to get your answers. Our two topics for this week are customer segmentation and value propositions. Customer segmentation is about what problem does my business solve and who are the customers in need of this problem being solved. Value propositions ask who else is or could easily be solving this problem for each of the customer segments, and how is our solution different and better than theirs? We told you We are using the business model canvas as the customer discovery tool to help organize and think about the content you'll want to include in your plan. And noted, it's just the tool that we use at the center. And you and your coaches may have other tools that you use and recommend, and we're cool with that. The goal is just to discuss how to create the most useful tool to help you grow your business and provide a structure for how plans are going to be judged. The ground rules are very simple. We treat each other with dignity and respect. We don't criticize questions or opinions of others. Try to put your questions in the chat if you're online, and raise your hand if you're here live so I can repeat your question and make sure everyone can hear it. And we don't talk over each other. We'll describe customer segmentation, discuss it, and I'll use the center as an example of how we use this to think through our plan, and hopefully that'll clarify things. Then we'll share a handout that's designed to help you jot down your own customer segments for your business and generate some questions to help you better understand. Please note, there is no requirement for you to share information of what you've decided are your customer segments. You're free to, but you may feel that that's part of your secret sauce, and you want to keep that between you and your mentor or coach. We'll provide a list of influencers who've agreed to be contacted to provide you direct input, coaching, and guidance. We encourage you to reach out to them and make them part of your ever expanding network of resources. Customer segments are ways to organize our customers into different groupings. These groupings can be that they have different needs, or they have to be reached through different channels, or different sales needs. We encourage you to discover how to focus on the most productive segments. We also note the multi-sided segments that have more than one part to the revenue model. The example I generally give is the CUC. We have three distinct customer segments. We have municipalities like the City of South Bend. And the center was created because the city's racial wealth divide report that was done in 2017 showed that if you were a minority or a woman, you had a much lower opportunity to create wealth than your white male counterpart. The city knew that a good way to create wealth is through business and asked SCORE if we would help. I was chair at the time and said yes, of course. The problem was noted to be worse in the African American community. So the first step was to design a solution where the problem was worse, and then use the successful solution to design programs in other affected areas. Of my 30-some SCORE mentors, I was the only African American. So I asked Project Impact to help identify Black businesses in the community and learn how, with all that the study said was stacked against them, how they managed to have a good, profitable business. Based on what they told us, we created the center. So for the CUC, one of our customer segments is the city and municipalities like the city. Note this customer segment is multi-sided. Yes, the city of South Bend is in this municipality segment, but so are county, the state, and the federal government, etc. For each side of this segment, we map out different value propositions and unique solutions because the needs, challenges, and concerns are different. Each has different goals for their programs to encourage diversity and inclusion and create greater equity. We want to be able to articulate how our solutions match their specific needs and help them accomplish their specific goals. That improves the probability of my sales pitch hitting home and improves my sales conversion rate. The pitch I use in discussion with the city is not the same one that I use for conversations with the county or the SBA or other federal government agencies. So here's how I capture my information on my customer segment checklist. My product name is the CUC Business Development Center. A brief description is We are a community resource that helps small community businesses gain better access to resources, information, capital, and opportunities. We focus primarily, not exclusively, on underserved groups like minorities and women businesses. Our goal is to help those businesses grow and create wealth. The problem we solve is inequity in access to resources, information, capital, and opportunity. And segment one is municipalities, including cities, counties, and the federal government. Now remember, this is a memory jogger and just a tool to help me start thinking more deeply about how I'll understand who my customers are and what they want and need. These are assumptions, and when I talk to them, I'll learn if I was right, and most importantly, I'll learn what really matters to them. The smarter I get, the more successful and profitable I'll become. Our second segment is our members, the businesses we work to support. That includes businesses that are in the pre launch stage, just an idea being considered, to well established looking to grow, and even the exit stage to be sold or just planning the most profitable close. So that too is a multi sided segment. Our third segment is those individuals, organizations, and businesses that are looking to support women and minority businesses, but are having difficulty finding them or working effectively with them. Once again, a very diverse segment with differing needs. Do you see the value of taking just a few minutes and looking at the different kinds of customer segments you have? The way you find and market to an 18 to 25-year-old customer will be very different than the 70-year-old grandpa like me. It can affect the solution you offer. It can affect how you find your customers. It can affect how much they're willing to pay for your solution. So take a few minutes to jot down your customer segments. If you want to use our handout, you can find it at our website when you click on the CUC Rebuild on the home page. We keep talking about using our Strive On app to share information about your business with the community and ways to generate business and get votes to win the competition. Slide 28. Here's the QR code that'll take you to the site to download the app. Here's what the page looks like. And if you click on the CUC Rebuild News, you'll get the page that lets you learn more about what's going on. The overview tells you who, what, where, when, and why. Project Impact, all the news, twice a week, South Bend, to create innovation and a link to our website. But here's what you really care about. Here's how we'll help you promote your business. We've taken a business out on the West Coast to let you explore how your business could be promoted. Back at the Strive On app homepage, you'll see them listed at organizations. Click on Lupita's Corner Market and Deli. That takes you to their screen where you get information about their business, and you can explore to play a video about their business. Bill has provided a link to a calendar so that you can schedule any one-on-one training you'd like to promote your business. To schedule one-on-one training, visit Reserve Strive On Training at the link provided, posted on the website, and in the CUC Rebuild News on the app. Our second topic for this session is the value proposition tool. We said value propositions ask who else is or could easily be solving this problem for each customer segment, and how is our solution different and better than theirs. The value proposition is simply what your customer segment sees as valuable solution, product, or service that helps them do the job they need to accomplish or problem they need to solve. Again, this is the tool we use at the center. There are others that are just as good, and if you have one that you or your coach prefers, that's cool. We use this tool to capture that information for each segment. It may seem a bit tedious and repetitious, but it doesn't take that much time. But it does clarify the different messages you have for different segments and helps you focus in on what message will be most compelling and help you close the deal and make the sale. So, looking at the city as our customer, their jobs, as we understand them, are to find minority businesses, understand what they need, provide the needed support, create a duplicate process, monitor and measure outcomes, and communicate the successes to the community. The pains, or things that get in the way of the jobs, we see them as not being able to find the businesses, not understanding what those businesses need, being unable to provide the needed support. We don't think they have a good working process or tools or methods to measure the outcomes, and unfortunately are only able to communicate failure. The gains include the ability and a system to identify minority businesses better than just those reported as minority business enterprises, a system to identify minority businesses and their needs, an effective process for providing support, tools to monitor and measure the progress that's been made, and a positive message of success to communicate to the public. The pain relievers, one of our members called this aspirin, are these: help them find the minority businesses, help them communicate and understand the needs, design support services that address those needs, design a system of monitoring and accurately measuring the progress, design a process to adapt quickly to assure positive progress, and design a system of regularly communicating success and improvements. Our gain creators for municipalities, particularly the city, are our intentional inclusion and collaboration processes, a process that requires listening and valuing what is said, a center focused on access to resources, information, capital, and opportunities, our monthly reporting, and our outreach at community events. That is the value proposition that's designed for municipalities, city in particular, for the CUC Business Development Center. All of these are just assumptions to be validated or disproved by talking to customers. Is it the perfect product solution? We'll see. But is it a well considered product solution? Yes, I think it is. Do you see the value of taking a little time to consider what each customer segment will value enough to pay for? I don't like spending time and money on things that don't work. I just like improving my odds. The most important thing to remember is these are assumptions. This is what we think the customer segments are going to say they value. The key is to then do some discovery, talk to existing and potential customers, and validate or disprove our assumptions. Now, here's what the value proposition checklist looks like for the CUC in our municipality customer segment for the city. Please take a few minutes to work on your value proposition checklist for one or more of your customer segments and contact us with any questions. I mentioned a drawing for a $50 gift certificate. Just send us your name and say you've applied some of what we've discussed to your business, and we'll put your name in the hat for the drawing. Give some thought to how you want to promote your business on the Strive On app. Invite your fellow entrepreneurs to join us and encourage your mentors and advisors to join our little effort to improve collaboration in our community. I hope to see you again Tuesday.